Alright guys, Nitro here, back with another DashFight video. You guys should know me as the North American Regional Champion for Bondi's Invitational event and the HOC Champion. Today we're going over one of my favorite characters, Android 21. So let's get right into it. Make sure you subscribe to DashFight. Let's do this. Alright, so we all seen it, Android 21 a good amount. This character has really good buttons, key blast, beams, and all that good stuff. Today we're going to go over the buttons for right now. So, the buttons you really want to look at when you're in the neutral and in FighterZ is this button right here and this air button right here. These two buttons cover so much range that they end up like scaring your opponent off in a sense. So they don't want to be in this area, right? Because it's so hard to contest and only certain characters can do that. So they try to stay away from there. That means you have all this space to yourself, which is very good. That's one of the buttons that are like one of her, if not her best buttons, period. This button right here is also really good because it is two-sided like Android 18. So if you look at this, I'm hitting him cross up even though I'm not turning around. This is really good because it covers both sides. So if you're ever in this situation where like you're here and they try to cross you up, they can't do that because you're pressing this button. It's gonna hit them cross up. Another really good thing about her is that she has this really broken key blast. So her 2S covers a wide range, as you can see right there. Covers here to here, and it throws 3 of them, so you can't just destroy it normally. This key blast also makes it very hard for some characters to play, as in some, I mean a lot of characters to play in the full screen game. And if that wasn't enough, this 5S, so I know how much y'all hate Broly, but let me tell you, another character can do that too. So this key blast counts as 2. I already messed up the training settings, but this key blast counts as 2 key blasts. If I can get it to counter this like that, it goes straight through without a doubt. Don't even gotta try. I messed up. And it confirms if you wanted to. So that's a big thing. 2S also really good. Already mentioned that. 3M is a really good full screen FighterZ button. So if you ever catch them lacking, because it is 80% of the screen low, so you ever catch them lacking, just standing there all menacingly, you can just, you know, get them a little love tap. Make them really understand what position they're in, you know. So those tools make it really hard to contest 21. And 21 is a very special character. She has other moves that you gain from your opponent that will help you in neutral or in every other situation, but we'll get into that later. Right now we went over everything that we need to go over actually, so we're gonna go to the next topic. So now we're gonna go into her offensive structure. Her offensive structure is pretty easy, like when you think about it from just a normal standpoint. So she has a 2L. Her 2L is very special because it's -2 on block, and it goes very far. So you can do this, and it makes good pressure because it's so hard to contest a -2 button, especially when it's a low. She has this 5M. Her 5M is -6, but she does have a lot of cancel options. So if she has this, she has this. Her 2M is also very negative, but it is also a move that you can cancel over very easily with key blast. 2S is a very special property move. Look at 2S is technically plus on block. So you keep your air actions when you 2S, right? So you can always do stuff like this, a little fake pressure, you know, bait reflect, and then get a 2M there. Stuff like that is really strong with 21 because it's so hard to move in this position. Because you can't. You have to choose between like reflect. You can 2H. So 2H is an option here, right? I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, why can't I 2H there? Hear that? Because if you 2H, it's still a safe jump, and then you get a punish. And let's say I just didn't choose to go high. You know, I just went low. Bam, that happens. What do you do then? You get 2M, and then you die. Oh no. So stuff like that makes our offense really good. We need to get into stuff like this though. Her cross up is crazy. Like it's a 10 frame cross up, and it's plus 1 block. You know, so it's kind of crazy. Did I even mention her jab is -3? So her stagger pressure is one of the best in the game. Like, it is ridiculous. Another thing that has to go with her pressure that I have not mentioned yet is her command grab. I guess you could count it as mix, but I could count it as also pressure because, you know, just like it's still a command grab. You can toss it in wherever you want. It's sad just on the slow side, but the thing about it is that it's such a subtle animation that it's so hard to see. You know, it's 20 what, 24 frames, 25 frames, 25 frames. But like, you'll notice that high level players will still get hit by this, and you're like, why it's so slow? It's because the animation is so subtle, and if you mix it in with stuff like assists, it's so hard to see. So stuff like that makes it really, really good. But not only that, so pressure with her becomes very special because it's not limited to what she has already. She can get more. So you just saw me take a steal. Now you see one of those stocks at the bottom. Now I have one of two options. I can use it, EX ball. Now I'm +5, where I would originally be +1. So stuff like that changes. Now let's say I want more steals, right? Let's say I'll take 2 steals. You know, I'll take 2 steals with a side of solar flare. Now it becomes +10. They're +10 now. So each steal for EX ball becomes 5 frames more plus, no matter what steal it is. But this will be +20. So now I know what you guys are thinking, like, so what? He's +20, you know. You're still like, what are you really gonna do other than like command grab me? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this +20 move and then call my assist and then mix you. You know, press 1 if you got hit in the comments, because I know you got hit. You know, nobody ever blocks that on their first try. But yeah, you have a lot of options depending on how many steals you have. You could change up your mix-ups. Let's say I have 2 steals. No, let's say I have solar flare steal first, right? So there's gonna be this. I can do this if I want to, and then it comes a mix-up because you still have your air options. That is really good. If I have 2 steals and I choose to call Blue Goku, it says, ooh, same mix-up. But it's like, oh, you saw it the first time. Why would I just always block safe side? Because I can go cross up if I wasn't bad. Like that. Oh. Yeah, so I can go cross up if I want to. And it's like, you see how she be tweaking? Like, she be tweaking when she tries to go cross up. If I can get it right again. It looks so funny. No, I can't get anywhere. Yeah, like that. She was just wilding out. Yeah, but her steals are very important. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a frame 4 anti-air. As you can see, in voltage jump attacks. Oops, wrong move. Oops, another wrong move. In voltage jump attacks for a lot of frames. But that's not the only thing. It also jails at the vanish. So jailing at the vanish means you are +3. Of course, you have to play the same vanish, backdash situation, you know, all that good stuff. But being able to take your turn like this is very important, because a lot of her moves do this actually. Well, I guess not a lot of her moves, but there's a lot of scenarios where this will happen, because you can do stuff like well, not that, don't do that, guys. You do stuff like this, jails at the vanish, but you wouldn't really need to do that because you're +10 anyways. But you know, stuff like this jails into vanish. So it's like makes her pressure really strong, because even though this doesn't, the block string doesn't jail, it still makes for a frame trap. So if somebody does get hit because they're thinking that you're gonna command grab, you get that, and then vice versa. They're like, oh, he's gonna do ball, then you command grab because he's gonna try to reflect. So stuff like that's very important with her pressure. I can go on to her other steals, but you know what? Let's go on to her other steals, because her other steals are very important. Because we do want to go over her special moves, because they do have to do with a lot of her pressure. So this special move is very unique. It is like Team Gohan's bomb, but a little different, because it is plus 11 on block, and you could dive cancel it just in case they super dash. And it dive jails, obviously. So let's say you know your opponent's gonna super dash. You're like, oh, I got the read, so I'm gonna choose my option. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this, and then go into EX dive, and then you're gonna bomb them, and they will lose all of their health bar. That's that steal right there. The next steal would go into this steal is very different from the other ones, but it functions like Piccolo's steal. Like, you know how Piccolo will knock you down and he puts the orb over you and it's like auto OP? Yeah, she can do the same thing. She's like, I'm part Piccolo, haha. And then you mix them if you want to, or you can just media, you know. You can react and attack, media them, all that good stuff. That has to do with her knockdown pressure, so it's still pressure. Let's see, anything else? Oh, let me go on to my favorite steal, because these other steals, they're more neutral based, I would say, than like a normal pressure based. So like, the reason I say this is neutral based because this is frame 1 super dash invul. So if you'll see this frame 1 super dash invul, you'll see this. I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at the game. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Or I can't get this anymore. There you go. But you get a combo off of this too, because you could dive cancel it. No, please stop. Making me out to be a liar. So you get a combo. All that good stuff. So this is very neutral based. But yeah, let me go on to my favorite steal. Sonic Warp. So Sonic Warp can be used in plenty of different ways. The way you'll see it used the most would be like something like this, right? And then, you know, you get a little mix up off, or you get a string off. I know you guys see me do this because I definitely did that a lot in. Well, no, I didn't do it in nationals because I didn't play the character. I do it a lot on my stream though. So if you ever in my stream, you'll see that I love to come up with ways to use this steal. But the most common way you'll use this is that way or this way. And I went mid. Yeah, so you get a little 50-50 off of that. There's different 50-50s you can get. You can get left, right, you get high, low, different way. So those are very common ways to use that steal. Another common way. Oh, this one isn't very common. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that uses it like this. If not, there is one more person that does. But you can do something like this. And the reason this becomes a mix-up is because people are like, oh, he's gonna go cross-up because the steal usually goes cross-up. Well, you don't have to go cross-up, but you definitely can go cross-up. And it becomes a mix-up because you see how it's on the same frame, and it's like impossible to see. At least I believe it's a mix-up. I could be wrong. Maybe it is reactable. I haven't really tried it on myself, but this is the reason it's my favorite steal, because you could do this in the air or on the ground. You know, so that's very, very strong in my opinion. The last steal we didn't go over. This steal doesn't really have to do anything with pressure, but it's barrier. You know how barrier works. You've seen it for 4 years. Barrier to super dash, or barrier to projectile. Then blah blah blah. Nobody cares about barrier. Ew, gross, disgusting. But that'll be all with pressure. Next we will go on to things about the character that are the strengths and weaknesses of her. but you know, we should already know this. Alright, let's go over the character's strengths of her game plan. So, right, her game plan is highly simple. It is you get steals or you get level 3 Oki. So her level 3 Oki is very strong, because if you ever see a high level play with her, you'll see that like people go for this a lot, and then the next mix up typically kills because they can't see the mix up. Like this, I messed it up, but this is incredibly hard to see because it is ambiguous left right for the most part, and then she has a lot of different options off of it, so that is hard to see because she has that option, and then she has a same side option which uses the same button, so it's pretty hard to see like that. You know, it's like, oh, they're just coming down, and then you're getting up into a mix up, which is incredibly hard to see. You ever see Cell's mix up? It's kind of the same way, you know, it's kind of the same way as your number, where you can't tell to like kind of last couple frames. So that's strong. Another one of her strengths are the fact that she has these steals. Like we went over the steals and her like her pressure guy, but the reason it's so strong obviously is because it's added plus frames, it's added different properties, like stuff like that is so strong. You know, Kamehameha, solar flare, blah blah blah, stuff like that. It enhances her already destructive neutral, already very strong neutral. You know, like when she stays back, she's probably one of the lamest characters you could play. So imagine staying back but having even more tools to stay back with. And then her close range is definitely not something to be ignored. Like her close range, having this, like having these buttons, having the anti-air ball with no recovery. Like this, it says it has -40, it's -42, but realistically it's like -30 something, or negative like 29, and it can be super dash canceled on whiff, which is another thing that's incredibly strong with her neutral, because it's like, oh, they think they can punish you, so they're not expecting it, and then you super dash and jump scare them, and then you couple this with assist, you know, you're pretty safe. Not only that, you get a mix up, so stuff like that is exactly like the kind of game plan she wants to do, and the game plan she excels on. And it's like, you could say that other characters do it better, but I think only one character that I would say does the full screen game better, and this is only when she does not have steals, is Broly, because something that Broly doesn't have, I don't know if you guys know this, but Broly does not have an anti-air grab. Her grab is armored, so it works like an anti-air grab, but her grab is actually anti-air grab, and it's in the air, which is incredibly strong. So if you do this, if you do like JS, like people think JS is good, but JS is good because you have cancel options. If you notice they're super dashing you, like if they're trying to super dash your JS, you can always catch it in the air, which is super strong. And not to mention, she has a dive kick. Like, come on. Her close range game and her long range game is just, you know, it's to be desired. It's so strong. It's to be desired. You know? So those are things that she excels at. Next, we'll go into B&Bs, combos that you should be doing, you know, all that good stuff. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so the thing about 21 is that our combos are incredibly easy. So they're typically the normal B&Bs you'll see that any character can do. So should do something like this, and to take a steal, and then I'd miss my dive, but she would do like take a steal, dive, and then vanish, right? You know, get the knockdown, secure the little knockdown. She does have different combos that lead into something else. So like, let's say I take the corner here, and then Now that I took a steal, steal causes sliding knockdown, as you can see here. Does a little slide. It's not a big sliding knockdown, but it's still sliding knockdown, which is pretty good. Especially if you're in a different situation. So say you're in a situation like this. You know, you did some little B&B like off a Dragon Rush, right? You did a little B&B off a Dragon Rush. You notice that you can't bring them back in the corner with your typical way, you know. So you do this, and then you get your little Oki there, which is very nice, you know. Nothing too special, but it gets the job done, you know. Blue Goku, you're not supposed to be here. Get out. So that's one of her combos. She has other combos, you know. She has the typical re-jump, you know, the re-jump that I did show off, but I showed off a little different variation of it. She also has her own version of a re-jump that also Vegito has. It's something like, I guess, the best characters of the game have, you know, something for the best and only the best. So there's that. There's also, so these combos are going to be a little different. These are special only to her because she's the only one that has steals. Yeah, looking at you, Lab Code, you don't have these. So you can do stuff like this. This combo is extraordinary amount of damage. You know, this combo is crazy amount of damage. Like what's that damage? I even finished the combo and I almost killed. There's also this combo right here. There are plenty ways to do this combo, but typically I just run up and do that. If I'm feeling really safe, I'll super dash. You know, you can super dash there, which I'll show you right now because I messed the combo there. But yeah, you could do this. It costs us half a bar, but you know, it gets the job done. As you can see, it gets the job done. 64, no super. That's a lot of damage. So yeah, those are typically her mid-screen routes. Now let's go to her corner routes. Her corner routes, you guys are gonna like this. It's very fancy that I messed up, so you guys aren't gonna like it anymore. Very fancy and optimal, you know. You typically don't get those two together, you know. It's either one or the other. Sadly. She can also put her steals into these combos, you know. So these combos do a tad bit more damage because the steals are added. If I would prove it to you, but I have no combo. Cloud 805 would be upset at me right now. Yeah, so you get a little bit more damage, a little bit more meter. And who's gonna say no to a little bit more meter? Am I right, guys? So you get that. There's also this other route where you could, you know, you could do a little bit of that. You know, you could dabble in that. You know, do your normal B&B. You could also this route's a little cool. You know, I'm a fan of this route, but it's like I don't do it anymore because I don't like missing it. But I'm a fan. I like this little re-jump. Re-jump because you're good at the game. Yeah, so that one's always nice. It does. I'm pretty sure it does. If it does a little less or the same amount as the re-jump that I showed before. As in the re-jump, I mean the cross up the cross up 5M route. There we go. My bad. Another route that is very important for you guys to know is her steal route. This is the route that I typically do. It does a good amount of damage, you know. You're gonna hit 3K, which is really good. Yeah, a little bit over 3K. There's also this route right here. It's a little harder, but it gets the job. Yeah, so that combo's a little harder. It does a little bit more damage than the route that I did, but you know, I wouldn't be able to prove it to you guys anyways, because I can't do combos. Okay, there you go. I'm pretty sure it does a little bit more damage than my other route. Or the same amount. I think it's a little bit more. Or it's the same, you know. This route is a route that a friend of mine does. If you know him, he's a legendary friend. He does this route sometimes. I'm not a fan of it, no, but yeah, you see, I'm not a fan of it because the scaling's a little off. It builds a lot of meter, I guess. I think it does, right? Does it? Doesn't really show that it builds a lot. It builds some meter, but you know, it's kind of the same amount that I usually have. But yeah, that's the kind of route that you would do. This is the route for the mid screen, like pretty much all the time. If you want to keep it simple, because you're scared it's gonna drop, you can do this route. It builds less meter, like a lot less meter, but and it also does a little bit less damage. But you do, it is simple, you know. It's easy to do, very easy. But I'm pretty sure that's it. Like that's all the routes you really need to know. Her assist extension are self-explanatory. Depending on the assist, you just do auto combo, or you do something like this. You can just stop being lazy. You do something like this, you know. Depending on the assist, you get those kind of assist extension, but that's about it for her routes. Next, we'll be going on to what the character is bad at. I have a feeling this is going to be a very quick section. So, let's find out what the character is bad at. This is hard. You know, I would say that I've been thinking very hard about this, but I have been. I actually have been for 2 years now. What is the character bad at? Maybe it's weak to super dash. I don't see it. Maybe super dash in the air. Maybe. Nah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Is that it? Is that it? I can't do it. So, never mind. Never mind. Maybe she's a little weak in the footsies department. You know. Maybe she's a little weak in the footsies department. Oh, that's not. Oh, damn. Mix-ups? Is she weak? Is she weak in the mix-up department? Maybe she's a little weak in the mix-up department, you know? Oh, well, I don't think she's weak there, guys. Nope. I don't think she's weak in the mix-up department either. Whew. This is a toughie. Damn. Level 3 Oki? I don't think that one's it either. Oh, but you know what? Maybe if she has steals, she's weak to super dash now. Maybe that's it. Oh, yep, we might have got him, boys. We might. Never mind. Oh, God damn. What do we do? What? Maybe she's weak full screen on the ground. Maybe that's it. You know? Yeah, that's got to be the one. Is it the one? It's not the, guys, it's not the one, guys. It's not the one. I don't know what to do, guys. It seems like she's a weak at anything. Oh, I got it. Her anti-reflect. It has to be weak. A character can't be good at everything, right? God, that's not reflect. A character can't be good at everything, right? Oh, I think we got him, boys. Yup. She can't anti-reflect easily. Unless Oh no, she has anti-reflect throw. She has options, guys. She has options. What do we do? What do we do? You got him now, boys. Is what I would say. So I know what you guys are thinking, but since it's double reflecting, isn't that bad thing? It's not a bad thing, because if you double reflect, you have so much time to see everything that's happening, since you're getting pushed full screen. So now it's like, oh, you anti-reflected with Key Blast because you chose to end the stream. Now you have so much time to realize that you got reflected. So yeah, can't see anything she's really bad at. You know? So the reason this is anti-reflecting, by the way, let me explain that, is because it's spaced button. So the 5M is taking longer to connect. But yeah, I can't see anything she's bad at. Sorry guys, I think she is the best character in the game. What do you do? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play her, and I recommend you all do the same. Alright guys, to end it all off, everything that you'll need to know will be in the description below of this video. If you ever want to see more videos, leave a like, leave a subscription, and keep on mixing, fellas. Let's head out.